Unit 6 Assessment. You are here because you are taking the next part of the Unit 6 assessment. These are the directions. You are now or currently in the May 26 through the 28 Assessment Plan Unit 6 folder, and you're going to click on May 27 through the 28th Unit 6 Assessment. Right now, you are looking at taking the Tables and Graphing Assessment. So click on the Unit 6 Tables and Graphing Assessment. What you will see is the rubric, and then down below you'll notice how many questions there are, which it's questions 3 through 9, and at the way bottom you will see the PDF that you will need to download and upload into Notability. Now let's look at what's on this assessment. On questions 3 through 9, you are working on coordinates. For number 3, you are going to use the coordinate grid to complete the following problems. This is your coordinate grid. Notice that there are already 2 plots on the grid. You are going to use this coordinate grid to answer these 3 questions. Make sure that you follow the directions and you do letter A, letter B, and letter C. It looks like for A, you have to write the coordinates in the blanks. And letter B, you have to add these ordered pairs to the grid. So I should see 2, 5, and 6, 9 up on this grid. And for letter C, you are going to connect the points on the grid to form a quadrilateral. So you're going to make sure you're connecting the coordinates that are up on the graph here. And then you're going to circle all the names that could be used to describe the figure that you made up here on the coordinate grid. So you're going to look, is it a parallelogram? If it is, circle it. A trapezoid, a rhombus, a polygon. Circle the ones that could describe your shape that you form once you have plotted your other coordinates that are on the grid. You should have a total of 4 coordinates. So these 2 and then the 2 that you actually plot. Let's move on. You'll next move on to number 8. Number 8, if you remember, is filling in the ratio table and showing that you understand that ratio table. And number 9, again, is a question that goes along with the ratio table above. They all kind of connect, so make sure that you're looking at each problem. You'll see in number 9, or number 8, excuse me, it says fill in the table below to show how much you would have to pay for different numbers of games. And then if you go to number 9, it says the parents at Ebony's school bought some new games for the classroom. They got 7 card games, 7 board games. Ebony decided to make a graph about the games the parents bought, but she only got partway finished. Make sure that you follow the directions and do letter A, letter B, and letter C on the coordinate grid below. Letter A is asking you, did Ebony graph the cost of the card or the board games? So in letter A, you're either going to say card games or board games. In letter B, you're going to answer, label each of the ordered pairs that Ebony graphed. So next to each one of these dots or these plots or coordinates, you have to write the coordinates next to the dots. And then lastly, you're going to graph and label the ordered pairs for the other kind of games. So only the card games or the board games are graphed below. Whatever one she did not graph, you're going to have to go back and graph that as well. Letter D is your last question. It says each set of points on the graph forms a straight line. Explain why. Also explain why one of these sets goes up a steeper angle than the other. Now, if you are struggling with coordinates or remembering how to graph, let's go back and look from previous week where you could look to get some help. You're going to want to go back into that extended flexible learning folder, go into Unit 6, and you'll find that the quadrants are in the week of May 5th through 8th. So if you click there, you can go back and you can remind yourself, watch those videos, look at those student book pages that you did. All of these are going to help you. You are also going to find quadrant help in the previous week as well, helping you with graphing and quadrant. So in both of these folders, you are going to see extra help. So make sure you go back into those folders if you need to.